Hello, everyone, and welcome to Aurora Overwatch Clash Season 10. We've got a Round 1 playoffs matchup coming at you right now between the Warriors and the Toronto Thunder Chickens. I'm Greg, and joining me on the cast today is Nathan. So, Nathan, are you
Hello.
you excited for this one?
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be a close one out of like all the playoff matchups. I think this one should be the closest. So I'm excited to see it for sure.
Yeah, this is our 8 seed versus ninth. This is actually our 8 seed versus our 15 seed, but our 15 seed got left to the 8 seed by the other teams. So, pretty high praise from all the other teams. The Thunder Chickens, no one wanted to play them, so they got left to the Warriors.
Yeah,
And
that is crazy.
the Warriors are still the high seed, though, and they've decided to take us to Circuit Royale for map 1. We're going to see Widow and Baptiste as the bans as we are now loading in.
Yeah, so the chickens they usually like to run like Zara Reaper stuff, and that's a bit tough on this map, I think. So like, I think this is a really good map pick from the 1-1 Warriors. So I think it should favor them, especially with Mardox on the Sojourn. He's just been doing so much on the Soj this entire season, so.
Yeah, Marduk's Sojourn is pretty disgusting, and it is gonna be hard for really anyone to match up with Mardox on the Sojourn. It's a big ask for Corgi here, and Swifters is no slouch on that Emra either. This double hit scan look for the 1-1 Warriors is really scary as we roll out here, and we're still gonna see a Reaper out here for the Toronto Thunder Chickens. That is a character they've been using to a lot of effect all season, but it's not generally his best map here. As Luo gonna get TP straight in onto Psy, forces the form, forces Psy back heavily. Wind gonna use that opportunity to get out of Swifters. Swifters goes down immediately, and the first corner falls very quickly now for the 1-1 Warriors. They're gonna have to regroup, wait for Swifters to return on this second corner. But Luo not gonna give them that opportunity. The Thunder Chicken's running them down hard. Mardox falling very low, goes down, and the Thunder Chickens are now going to have a big opportunity to finish out this first point immediately, as they will not have Mardox for this recontest. Luau
Yeah,
set up.
Wind has just been doing a really good job at just walking down the backline. I don't think the hit scans are respecting him enough, but it looks like Sai's going to go for a last-minute contest.
Yeah, and we're going to see Sai get on there, use the form, blocking hard right now, but with the form running out, the opportunity now is up for the Thunder Chickens, but a trade 1-for-1. Swifters for Mistletoe, but Sai overloaded on the cart. Wind has been doing unbelievable amounts of work early on in this map. Good trades for Mardox and Masterplay, though, so that's going to make it difficult for the Thunder Chickens to hold up very aggressive positioning as long as Charbotron gets out, which she will. So it's just Wind and Big Brain forward here. No DPS available. Going to make it difficult to stop the 1-1 Warriors from taking this space.
And Wind's already got this Annihilation. He's got 3, I think, opening picks in a row in all these fights, so he's going to look to go crazy with that, but Mardox will actually see.
Mardox going with this overclock. Bubble coming out as well from Master Play, but oh, the picks all going in favor of Wind. Wind has found 4 final blows already in this team fight. Looking for the 5th on a Master Play, will get it. Wind killed everybody.
Yeah, Wind is just showing why he was, I think, third overall pick in the draft. He's just probably the best tank in the league, and Ram isn't even one of his signature heroes. He's just going crazy, clicked the Q, and just killed everybody. And this is going to be a really hard recontest for the 1-1 Warriors.
Swifter's going to lock the Noon, but goes down to Mistletoe. Mardox going to get a pick now, fighting hard in this Kitsune, but a great Death Blossom from Luau is going to end this fight. Sai going to commit the ult here. Wind actually is very low, but after Wind goes down, Luau is there for the immediate trade. Big Brain was still alive as well. So the second point falling. Thunder Chickens now 5 minutes in the time bank to finish out third point of Circuit Royale. And Swifter's going to match the Reaper.
That was a great call to get aggressive when Sai was contesting, and they just walked through the choke, Death Blossom, and killed their entire backline. So that was a good play from Wind and Luau.
Yeah, I'm really
now they're going to have
Reaper.
Yeah. And now they're gonna have the override protocol with nothing to match.
Yeah, nothing in the opening at all for the 1-1 Warriors. It's very scary. Sai has moved over onto this Orisa. Swifter's over onto this Reaper. So all these new picks are just going to make it difficult for them to build up an ult economy. But with Mardox finding the first pick, second one goes down as well. Mardox had some great shots here onto both Mistletoe and Luau. And the picks all going the way of the 1-1 Warriors. Wind trying not to get staggered. Will get staggered.
It's a really unfortunate opening pick onto the Kiriko there on the coast side. They really did have the ult advantage with their override protocol, and the enemy team had nothing, but they just weren't able to stage for top and get it off in time. Ooh. And Sai already gets an opening pick onto the override protocol.
Yeah, this is great time off the clock. This is what the 1-1 Warriors need to get back into this game, just wasting a ton of time. This is still a really good time bank, though, but now you're going to have to use multiple ults just to get through this open space early. Mardox using the OC, finds a pick on a big brain, and this could just be a reset now already for the Thunder Chickens again.
It's another great opening pick for Mardox there, but they are going to have some ults on the side of the Thunder Chickens. They have 4 ults coming up pretty soon. So, and I guess the 1 Warriors also have 4 ults as they open up the override protocol.
Early ult coming out from Corgi. Goes down to Mardox, though. Wind is going to use this Annihilation on Mardox. Finds the pick, finds a second on Charbatron, looking for a third, gets it. Sai was successfully able to push in and trade onto Mistletoe, but it's just Masterplay now alive on this cart. And Masterplay actually going to try to get out here. This is a dangerous decision. The Reaper should be able to TP up height here for Luau. And will. So Luau looking for this onto Masterplay. This is a big pick if he can find it, but forced out very low. A lot of pressure on Luau now, but will live. The orbital ray coming out from Big Brain. The response not ready for the 1-1 Warriors. They want to stabilize here. They have the Kitsune to come back into it, but Swifters with the Death Blossom is going to be their answer, and Swifters finds 2. Wind falling very low. No supports. Will not be able to stabilize. Luau now in the side room is going to try to get out with that Wraith form. Will. So, no bad staggers for the Thunder Chickens. They were able to get a lot of good cart progress there. They used their Orbital Ray and Annihilation, but they were able to get enough cart progress that I think it's worth it. And now, with a big Death Blossom from Luau, could set them up very well here.
I'm surprised these Reapers are getting such good value on this map. Like, this is probably one of the worst Reaper maps in the game, but Swifter is able to get the Death Blossom and kill both supports basically at the start of the fight. That was an insane play from him. But they're gonna have Kitsune Rush and Death Blossom up here, and they go for it, but Luau
only going 1 for 1 on that is not the best result for Luau. That you do get Master Play, you get this Wu Yang down, but you really want more than that out of your ultimate ability. Sai is gonna now be able to hold this choke. The cart is backing up, back around the corner, and the Toronto Thunder Chickens are just kind of sitting here. But Mirror Kitsune Rush is finally, the play is made.
And Swifter just walks in and kills 2 with the Kitsune Rush, but Wind thinks it's winnable. He pops the Annihilation. He's gotten like 9 final blows with the Annihilation this map, but unfortunately the 1-on Warriors just have too many numbers and he's not able to get any value out of that.
Yeah, the Thunder Chickens, after a spectacular first 2 points, have been petering out a little bit here on the 3rd point. Now, this is a very difficult point to finish, I would argue. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, it's really hard. This high ground is so oppressive, and we're seeing the 1-on Warriors. They know that. They're just stacking 4 people on high, and they put their Reapers all on cart. It's just a really hard choke for them to break.
Yeah, I like this Reaper swap from Wind. He's gonna be able to have multiple options here, but oh! Bubble onto Swifters finds 2, and now it's gonna be very difficult. No supports. Corgi's still gonna commit to this because the time bank is just so low, but Luau going down late. Swifter's falling low on the high ground, but yeah, this ult from Corgi not finding any value. Sai with a good spear to take him out, but ooh, Wind on the cart, getting the progress. Mistletoe very low, taken out by Mardox, but it's just Wind now on the cart. The DM should run out any second here, and with no bomb, there's no real hope here, but Oh, supports get back. Swifter kills them all with a Death Blossom, and Big Brain forced off the cart to try to not die to that Death Blossom. The hold ends up being pretty respectable for the 1-1 Warriors after the first 2 points of what looked like Thunder Chicken domination.
Yeah, Swifters is having a grand performance on the Reaper here, and on Circuit Royale of all maps, and like he gets so many Death Blossom kills, and with the bubble as well, Bubble Reaper TPN has been getting them a lot of value and a lot of free fight wins because they're setting the tempo with their ults and going first.
Yeah.
So a big swap from Swifters for sure. It was looking dire on the double hit scan, but ever since they swapped Reaper for that 3rd point, they've really brought it back.
Yeah, that is one of the big weaknesses of a double hit scan comp. It can be difficult at times to assert your tempo, to kind of set what pace the game is played at, because there isn't... Sojourn has the best tools for controlling tempo of the hit scans, I feel like, or in terms of like setting tempo in terms of the hit scans, but even then it's just not nearly as good as a Reaper teleporting onto your backline. Like a Sojourn sliding to an off angle is just... I mean, it's threatening, it's strong, but... Reaper TPing onto your backline is terrifying. It just demands a immediate response.
Hello, greetings.
Yeah, true. So it looks like the Thunder Chickens are swapping over to the Ashe instead of the Emray. So I guess they're sacrificing a bit of their like frontline damage for some more burst damage. And I think that was the only swap. So
I do really like Ashe. Ashe is like one of my favorite characters in the game. I think one big thing here for Corgi is going to be that Bob as well. Bob is such a good ultimate, especially on like a 1-lane map like this. So I think there could be a lot of value to be had here. But instead, Swifters TPs right onto Corgi and takes him out early. So with Mistletoe also going down, also to Swifters, Wind has no choice but to just put up the arms and try to walk away. Luau falling very low. Swifters find Luau too!
Swifters with 3, just TPs on the high ground and just gets 2. Insane plays from him, and he's 60% of this Death Blossom already. He's gonna have it first before anybody else has ult. Yeah. And they can just look to use that on the point here.
And Swifter's able to be set up close here for this recontest of the Thunder Chicken, so it's gonna be hard for them to get into this space, clear him out. As Wind trying to step up now, but Swifter's just in this mega room pouring shots into Wind. Wind has no choice but to hold the arms because of that. And the form now out for Wind. This is the opportunity. Swifter steps up. Wind falling low, goes down, but Swifter's traded. Luau with a big trade. Luau is now the big dog on the cart. How long can we stall? But with Mistletoe going down, no Wraith form available for Luau. Master Play getting big picks. That was something we kind of forgot to talk about as the last couple of picks fall on the cart here. There are some ringer situations going on here. We have Master Play ringing for Asmodeus and Mistletoe in for Biggie Stretch. So both teams with a support ringer right now.
Yeah, it was just a great off-angle on that right side from Luau, and they just had too many angles on Wind. He couldn't do anything, so he just sat there on cart until he was dead, basically. And now they're going to have to get through this choke here, but the 1-on Warriors have 5 ults.
Yeah, it can be very difficult to push into this ult economy. Sai saving these cooldowns heavily. Now the Consuming Rush out, ready to go. Marduk's gonna overclock into the Orbital Ray. Wind gonna match that with the Annihilation. So a lot of ults coming out in this fight from both sides. Big Brain very low. Marduk's looking for a pick. Gets it onto Mistletoe.
That's a big pick, but yeah, Wind just walks it down with his ults and just gets so many kills every single time. I like the Juno pick. As much as I do like the Bubble Reaper play, I do like the Juno just to enable Wind a bit more on the speed. Yeah. I think he's able to capitalize a lot off of that in these fights.
Yeah, giving Wind that speed boost and just letting him walk down the other team's backline has been a very reliable source of teamfight wins for the Thunder Chickens thus far. But now both teams have 2 ults. Coming in now is the Swifter's Reaper with the bubble, but doesn't find anything. Mistletoe falling low on the side lane, but ultimately that's not going to find much. Bob out on the cart finds some damage onto Sai, but it looks like the ult will ultimately be kited successfully. So one ult from both sides for no real change in the game state. Psy now going with the Annihilation, falling very low immediately. Win giving the back shots. Psy goes down. So this will be a team fight win for the Toronto Thunder Chickens, and it looks like their stabilization here has been very successful.
Yeah, despite them not able to get anything with the Bubble Reaper, the body block and the shield to shield off his heals onto Psy after he pops the Annihilation was a big play from Win. Yeah, was able to capitalize on Psy overextending a bit. Now they're going to have both DPS ults, and there's one thing I know about Mardox: when he's got overclock, anything's possible as he pops it on the side ground.
Mardox going to go with this overclock, but a good shield from Wind is going to deny most of its value. And yeah, ultimately Mardox not going to find any with that overclock. Gets one body shot on the Mistletoe, but does get the Kitsune Rush out at least. And oh, Death Blossom out from Swifters, gets the Coach Gun from Corgi, but no pick. And with the Orbital Ray coming down, it's now Luau's turn to try to run down this back line. Gets some staggers onto Psy and Master Play. Charbotron will get out, but yeah, and the Orbital Ray and Kitsune Rush both committed, though, from the Toronto Thunder Chickens to deny that overclock its value. So now no support ults available versus both support ults available. Generally, you know, double support ult available in a team fight, that's going to be pretty hard to overcome.
Yeah, we were talking about the difference between the Ashe and the Sojin. That is the difference right there. The Coach Gun just shoots the Reaper into the corner during Death Blossom, and that's just a free kill.
Oh,
looks like Luau's going to go early with the Death Blossom here and gets Mardox, and that's the first pick you want to see every time.
Yeah, it looks like the 1-1 Warriors are going to be able to disengage out after that early pick. Psy is now moved over onto this Orisa. Swifters needs a little bit of help, but will live it. Mardox back now, so this is now, we've reset some good time off the clock off that Luau Death Blossom, but now we are back with that double support ult still available. But Luau finds an early pick onto Swifters this time, and once again the 1-1 Warriors just have to reset. So two straight fights where Luau just finds a pick and then the Warriors just walk away 20 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, you really don't want to see the Warriors Warriors hold these support ults for so long, but they just like keep getting picked, and now the Thunder Chickens are setting the tempo with the Bob again and gets 2 picks right away.
Yeah, Luau once again finds an immediate pick. This time at least the Warriors were able to, you know, get an ult trade going. A little bit more happened in that engagement. You know, they got Bob out of Corgi, so now it's just that Annihilation from Win, but look how aggressive the Thunder Chickens are being. Mardox down early. Win playing so far forward, will go down for it, but is there a touch available? I don't think there is. No, there is! Swifters made it!
Oh my gosh!
Swifters barely made it. It's just Luau alive for the Toronto Thunder Chickens as well. Oh, Mistletoe is back. So Mistletoe is back. So this is going to be a retake situation now for the Toronto Thunder Chickens with no ults in the bank. And Mardock's going to go once again early with this overclock, creating a lot of space with it. But, oh, the bubble was also used on the Swifters at the same time, and that means you had 2 very powerful tools to create space used at the same time, and the Thunder Chickens disengaged from both. Now they have the Orbital Ray to walk back in with. Psy's going to try to go for the Terra Surge, but it will go down immediately. Swifters down on cart. Mardox falls as well. The double support ult to get back in after the Thunder Chickens DPS ults both find 0, and the Thunder Chickens are going to take map 1.
Oh, they just fumbled their only 2 ults that they had at the end there, and then they had the Thunder Chickens had both support ults, and it's just over at that point. You really need to get a pick with the Bubble Reaper or the Overclock, but a really good kite from the Thunder Chickens there just wins them the entire map. That could have gone either way if, like, Mardox got picks with the OC or if Swifters was able to find anything with the bubble.
Yeah, like, using both of those at the same time, and the disengage from the Thunder Chickens was just so good. I think the Thunder Chickens did a great job generally throughout that map with controlling tempo, but we'll see if they're able to continue to do that throughout this series as we go to a quick break. We will be right back with map number 2 in just a minute. Hello everyone and welcome back to Aurora Overwatch Clash Season 10 with our Round 1 playoffs matchup between the Toronto Thunder Chickens and the Warriors. Map 2 brings us to Hollywood with a couple of lineup changes from both teams here. So we have bans out of Domina and Reaper.
Ready for battle.
And we're going to see now Zafton in on tank for the Warriors, and we're going to see Paradox come in on DPS for the Thunder Chickens. So both teams making a change. What are we thinking about these adjustments here, Nathan?
It makes a lot of sense that they put Zafton in. I think Zafton is known for his dive tanks, mainly Winston, Hazard, and Wrecking Ball. So putting him in on a dive map like Hollywood it definitely makes a lot of sense. And then Paradox as well, known for their on-run mainly, so putting them in on the dive map also makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like this is quite reasonable rotations from both teams. I like the way they're managing these rosters. So I will say, I just, in the warm-up scrim I helped the Warriors with, they were playing this comp on their push map, and it was kind of disgusting. Mardox did everything and more, so I want to keep an eye on him a large part of this map, because I think Mardox's capacity is a little gross as he finds the first pick onto Mistletoe immediately as I'm in the process of blazing.
Yeah.
Oh, good trade.
Mardox already 70%, but they get 2? Wow, Wind just flies in and kills Mardox. Maybe a bit of an overextension from him. And
ooh, a bit of an overextension
gets
from
demacked.
Wind, though. So this should mean that the 1-1 Warriors can stabilize here. Swifters and Zafton still alive on the point with healing coming out, but oh, Master Play forced out, and immediately after Master Play gets forced out, Zafton goes down. So good timings from the Thunder Chickens, good awareness of the fact that was their opportunity to take out that tank. And Swifter's now almost certainly going to die in the back end here.
Wow, Marks gets the first pick of that fight, but I think the 1-1 Warriors just got a little too greedy. They pushed way past the choke, and they ended up getting picked by
goes down
Wind.
to just some spam from an on-run. So this means it's going to be very difficult now for the 1-1 Warriors to hold close. They're going to have to fall back and let Wind have early control of this high ground.
Yeah, the Warriors are just getting a little too greedy, but Mardox gets the first pick with the high noon already.
Dude, Mardox built that so fast.
Into this map. I know, that's insane.
We're on minute 45 and he's already used an ult as a DPS. Corky's going to hit a really nice Kitsune rush to take out Zafton though. So now Mardox very low, forced off the high ground. Wind chasing Mardox down. A good boop from Charbitron though, and now it is looking like Mardox will be able to survive here, so no late staggers, but Wind is controlling so much space right now.
Yeah, it was just a great continuer from Corgi, but looks like the Juno goes down and so does the Tracer, so it's even fight right now with the copy on the Tracer going on.
Mardox has this
bomb.
Good Kitsune rush out from the 1-1 Warriors should allow them to create a lot of space here. Zafton's very stable on the cart. Mardox walking hard here, getting a lot of pressure onto Wind, forces the DMAC, and oh, Zafton goes down to the bomb! Master Play does find the kill onto Wind.
Wind pushes the Diva Bomb off the bridge, and the bomb drops onto Zafton's head and gets the kill. Just a great play from Wind there. And it looks like Wind is going to swap over to the Zarya, though. Not a character I see that often on this map, but Wind is if anybody's gonna make it work, it's gonna be Wind.
Yeah, Wind is Zarya in real life. It's actually disturbing. Oh, Blue Alpine's very low though, and Mardox finds an early pick. So now the question for the Thunder Chickens is going to be, how are we going to get our Zarya with her lack of vertical mobility controlling this high ground? So it's looking, oh, an aggressive downpour from Zafton finds 2, but Luau trades back. So even numbers right now as Mardox looking for this pick onto Paradox. Master Play will find Wind, but Paradox finds Master Play. But with the Zarya down, it's unlikely that the Thunder Chickens will be able to continue this push.
one notable thing is the Thunder Chickens are going to get control of this high ground because I think their spawn is closer. Oh, never mind, they're not.
No,
but
Zafton's already
the-
here. Wind is
Yeah,
not
Zafton-
quite there.
Yeah,
Zafton is still just
yeah,
the more
Zarya's
mobile
slow.
character.
that is true.
And
but they're
early
gonna-
on-run ult. Nice bell from Master Play, though. So gonna deny most of the value on that one. Beat is available. Mardox finds Luau. And so this should be a fight win for the 1-1 Warriors as Mardox just keeps finding picks. Zafton falls very low, but ultimately going to be able to stabilize. Mardox going to use the high noon. Corgi playing with death here. Oh, but Wind's going to be the one who finds the pick. Wind, very high charge now. Half HP, stuck in a corner. Hazard pouring in damage. Pulse Bomb out from Swifters. And we will see Wind go down. Corgi as well. Luau's going to look for a trade here onto Master Play. Finds it. And this is a really big trade onto Master Play very late into this fight, so that's going to make it difficult for Zafton to maintain aggressive positioning. No Kiriko available.
Yeah, that's just crazy. The Corgi Wind duo just keeping him up in the backline there, and like a 3v5, they were able to get 2. That was big, but now they're gonna have the one Warriors are gonna have both support ults here. So, and the other team only has 1. But Wind will have the grab here. We're gonna have to see if Charbatron can hit the beat on the grab.
Yeah, and Orbital Ray available to try to take off this high ground as well for the Thunder Chickens. That should be a good tool for this. The grab comes out, so does the Ray. Good beat from Charbatron, though. That was excellently timed to keep everyone alive. Mistletoe will be the one who goes down first. Zafton is dueling Wind on this high ground and will force Wind to drop. TP forced out of Corgi as well, so now the Thunder Chickens forced onto this low ground. Mardox is going to be able to play Kovacs up here.
Yeah, you really don't want to leave Mardox on this high ground uncontested of all people.
Oh, Mistletoe!
Yeah, he's just gonna kill everyone if he's left uncontested on the high ground. That was my concern with the Zarya here.
Yeah, it's
as
not
Wind
just
does swap back
Zarya,
to the
it's
Diva.
Zarya with double flex DPS. There is no one shooting back at Mardox.
Yeah, it's really been a big problem for them, but a big ult fight for the 1-1 Warriors.
Ooh,
and-
good eat.
Wait, Wind eats
there.
this.
Yeah, that was really nice from Wind, but Noon available. We've got to see Corgi get this Kitsune Rush off before... Oh, Mardox does that! Mistletoe goes down early, so now it's going to be a 4v5. Luau, huge win onto Swifters. Paradox going to use the ult to resurrect on cart, and Zafton's just going to stall out here. The supports now for the 1-1 Warriors have to find a way to get out here. Charbatron wall riding away. Master Play doesn't get the TP off, though. So no Kiriko available for this recontest. That's going to mean that this is almost certainly going to be doomed.
Yeah, that stagger's gonna seal it here, and just a really good high noon to start that fight by Mardox. It was their only ult, so he had to make a play, and he did, but I think the Thunder Chickens just had too many ults. They had the Res and the Kitsune Rush to win that fight, and nothing from the 1-1 Warriors to match it.
Yeah, and Luau was able to just find a great neutral pick there as well. Luau on this Tracer is a really good option for the Thunder Chickens, has been all season. Luau playing on like 150 ping as Tracer consistently is crazy to me, but does it every day and looks excellent on it.
Yeah, I do agree. I didn't even know that. And as speaking of, Luau gets the first pick on the Swifters, and they have the Diva Bomb if they want to keep going, but the 1-1 Warriors have both support ults, and they go with the Kitsune Rush.
Oh, Corgi! Oh my goodness! Mardox takes out Corgi instantly. Paradox goes down as well, and Mardox able to find some huge impact kills here. Oh my goodness, that shot onto Mistletoe was gross. So Mardox finds 3 in the team fight after Luau gets a great neutral pick. And Wind has been scouted out here. Wind falling low early. And that's going to be the Diva Bomb out. Oh, the baby taken out, but Paradox finds the trade. So that's going to be a big trade, but Master Play is going to get Paradox back. Zafton goes down, so Luau and Mistletoe now in a 3v2 on the cart. Luau goes down first, Mistletoe second, and the Thunder Chickens will stabilize here. The third point. Oh, Wind gets the touch. I was a little early with it. Wind immediately back out of mech. Paradox uses the dance on cart. And now Luau gets a touch. Miss. Okay, now we're good. So many touches for 0 card progress.
Yeah,
But
the
hey, I
long
respect
words
the
get
tenacity.
3 stats there, yeah.
I respect the
But that was
tenacity.
Switching sides.
Yeah, I mean, that was just so unfortunate that Wind got caught out. He got scouted in that left room, and then he had to use the bomb, but Marduk's with these high noons. I swear he gets a pick with high noon every single time he
And he's
clicks
building
Q,
it
and I don't.
crazy fast.
And he builds it so fast. I don't understand how you get picks with that.
Yeah,
ultimate. I
Mardox
feel
is
like it's
currently
so difficult,
22
especially
and 4. It's a little gross.
yeah, especially against a diva. Like diva can DM it for 5 seconds, and that gives your team like more than enough time to like get behind cover. But he's
Yeah.
just still able to find them. Like
Ready for battle.
I think he's doing it from like very smart positions that catches the Thunder Chickens off guard.
The other thing I'm noticing is that Mardox generally has been firing the silver bullet, and if it hits, then he noons.
Oh, so it's just for
So-
burst.
Yeah, so he's
Okay.
like hitting the burst, and if he gets that burst off, then he noons with a half HP target on his screen.
Okay.
And that I think
That
that's a
makes
big
sense.
part of why he's like converting so many of these. That's something that I hadn't really thought about a lot with my Cassidy play. I'm gonna be copying that.
Yeah, that
that's
makes so
really
much
good.
sense because like if you don't combo it with like silver bullet, then like that gives the diva time to like fly over and DM. But if
Yeah,
you're just
exactly.
looking for that like half-second burst kill onto somebody, it's really hard for the diva to react to that.
Yeah, so we're gonna see some swaps out of the Thunder Chickens here. Same comp lined up for the 1-1 Warriors, but Paradox moving over to the Torb is gonna make Zafton's life and Swifter's life a lot more difficult, and Mistletoe on the Brig to further bully Zafton, and Zafton goes down immediately to Luau on the Echo.
Yeah, I really like this Torb pick. Just a lot of frontline damage, but they
Good
are
Warlock's
able to
finding
trade Mistletoe.
Ow.
He's just able to find a miracle pick every fight, no matter what, even if his team is dead. But
Is it still a miracle pick if he does it every time without fail?
it's just expected.
I think that's just
at this
expectation,
point.
but
Yeah.
Swifters will stagger here, so we're going to have to wait a while for the reset for the Warriors. Swifters has been having a very solid map on the Tracer here, but gonna die very late there. So Zafton gonna try to establish some control of this high ground while they wait for Swifters. Able to get up here. Win trying to mark this. Luau also up on this roof, and I mean it's just Win shooting a blocking hazard on a roof. That's I should be looking at Mardox at all times, dude. I'm looking at Zafton for some reason. Why am I not looking at Mardox?
Yeah, it's wind marking Zafton on high ground, but not the Cassie that's swinging man and just hitting every single shot. As Marx already has the high noon.
And Corgi gonna get this Kitsune Rush off after the noon doesn't find anyone, so this is gonna be a big opportunity for the Thunder Chickens to stabilize here. They were down one, but Luau should have plenty of time to get back at this point, and will. So Swifters now gonna have to get out as Master Play will hit the Kitsune Rush. There's not gonna be a support ult to match this. Wind has the Diva Bomb, so has a lot of ability to stall on point, but... Oh, there it is! The Diva Bomb from Wind! Gonna try to push it off again? No.
Almost. A big
And-
pulse bomb from
Wait.
Swifters gets
How did Wind not have, remake?
No, he got pulse bombed after he remaxed.
Oh,
so
that
he
was
just
it.
instantly
That
died
was-
as soon as he remaxed.
Okay.
But yeah, just them able to kite that. Kitsune. Oh my gosh, they're going in with the rally. They think it's Windwell despite Wind is dead, and the rally's just 1 HP already. So it's gonna just go down right away.
Yeah, Rally's gonna go down. Corgi gonna... Oh, Corgi has stayed alive long enough for Wind to get back. Master plays very low, goes down. Mardox and Zafton now looking for a 2v3, and they're not gonna find it.
Wow, I guess
Yeah.
the rally was the move. It stalled a bit and gave his team overhealth for them to pop off. Wind on the point. He's
Yeah,
able
and-
to Ajax the Lucio.
Yeah.
And they just get a miracle fight win there. That should not have gone the way that it did.
Yeah, the Ajax there was the real swinger. I think if that beat goes off, the Thunder Chickens probably are not going to be able to win a long fight, and the beat almost certainly would have been enough to stabilize. So now, both teams very low on ultimates, though. Zafton has this downpour, just needs to stay alive long enough to use it. Does find Corgi, but Corgi's gonna live. So another team fight win going the way of the Thunder Chickens. The Downpour not able to find its mark, and Corgi has already built another Kitsune Rush really fast from Corgi there.
Yeah, this duo is scary with Corgi and Wind. Like, Corgi's able to pocket Wind and then build Kitsune Rush so fast. It's
14K
really enabling
deals
Wind
7K
to get
damage from
so
Corgi
much.
right now.
Yeah, that's insane. And also, I really like this Torb pick. It's able to keep Zafton in check, and they weren't able to do that on the offense on double flex DPS.
Yeah, so Zafton now gonna jump over to point, gets the early touch, but goes down very quickly. Mardox is gonna find the DMAC on to win, but with a Molten Core on cart, Mardox in an interesting position, forced out deep. But ultimately, the Wanwan Warriors are going to fall down 2-0 here.
Wow. They really should have got that first point, but just an absolutely tragic Ajax. And then the Torb pick was actually, like, I really liked it. I think that's kind of what they were missing on the attack, was just some consistent damage, especially with Mardox on that high ground, able to just poke him out a bit. Like, he was able to free shoot up there, but if they had some long range damage, they definitely could have marked him a bit better.
Yeah, I think Mardox, you can't ask for more out of your star hit scan than that.
Yeah,
But
20 final blows. Just a great map from him. So many high noons, so many high noon kills. Like, you really can't expect more from even as a second round pick. I think he definitely did what he was supposed to that match, that round.
Yeah, but we will see if the Wanwan Warriors have the answers for this reverse sweep after we come back from a short break. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Hello everyone and welcome to Aurora Overwatch Clash Season 10 with our first round playoffs matchup between the Toronto Thunder Chickens and the Warriors. We're going into map 3 and the Warriors are in a 2-0 hold as we go to Samoa. The Warriors conceded map pick here so they could get the opportunity to ban out the Zarya, and the Thunder Chickens picked Samoa and ban Sojourn. So I am Greg, I'm joined by Nathan, and Nathan, do you still believe in the reverse sweep?
I think the Zarya ban was really good for the 1-1 Warriors, and I think they definitely have a chance at bringing it back here. So they're going to have Sai on the Ramattra, and Wind is going to look to play this Mauga. They're probably going to look to crash out with their Reaper and Onron. I personally am not a big fan of this comp. I think you usually want to hit scan, but
yeah, this is going to be a really aggressive comp for the Thunder Chickens. I feel like it's just going to be a check on the Warriors of if they're able to absorb these hits. If you can like just not die on the stomp, you should just win the team fight.
Yeah, the Warriors are going to have a lot more consistent damage, so they're going to need to. The enemy team's going to have to look to crash out and get a pick with the stomp, or they're just going to lose the long fight.
Yeah, we're seeing we're seeing Mardox, who is this consistent damage on this Sierra, pretty much uncontested here. There's just not a lot to worry about us. The tracking shot's going to come down onto Wind. Of course, Wind very low. Corgi has to use the Bell. There's just so many low health bars on the Thunder Chickens. Everyone is so low. What do you do as a support in this situation?
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem. They're just taking too long to fight here, and they're going to lose the long fight because the enemy team has more damage, and Wind is barely going to get out with his life, and Luau's going to have to wraith out, and now they're stuck without cooldowns, and they're still losing the poke fight.
Yeah, Mardox already has built the Sierra ult. I've just been on his POV this entire time because he is just free shooting his gun, but Corgi, on the flip side, already has the Kitsune Rush because of how much healing they've had to put out. But Masterplay is going to come in with that second Kitsune as well, and Wind charges on the back! Oh, so that's going to be the end of this team fight. Surely Wind is swapping. Surely Wind has recognized that this comp is not tenable and is swapping. Yeah. Okay, we're on Orisa. We're on Orisa.
Yeah, I mean, the two DPS that counter Mauga the most in the game, in my opinion, are Sierra and Reaper, and I guess the Warriors knew this was going to happen, so
yeah,
they had a really good comp prep for that, so a really good prep from them. And the Warriors are going to have 3 ults, and all the Chickens have is this Onron ult. So it's going to be up to Paradox to make a big play to seal this fight for them.
Yeah, Paradox under pressure early, but they will get out. So that means Swifters is scouted out early. So still no hit scan here for the Thunder Chickens. But the Orisa herself should be able to put down a little bit more pressure. As Mardox is going to get out the Sierra ult, but goes down to Mistletoe's Juno missiles. I couldn't remember the name of that.
Torpedo?
Dude, I don't know, dude. I'm shocked. So Sai is going to have to block and get out here. Late picks being found by the Thunder Chickens as well. Sai, Charbotron, and Masterplay all go down very late. But the one nice thing for the 1-1 Warriors there is that was a very cheap ult. Only Mardox ulted. They are going to be coming back with 3 ultimates here, but there's going to be 5 available for the Thunder Chickens. As long as they don't mismanage their ults here, the Thunder Chickens should have a very strong argument into this fight.
Just came down to Mardox getting a bit greedy with his ult that fight. He was able to go down right away, and now they're starting with the Phoenix and the Kitsune. They're going to look to combo that and get aggro as...
Oh, Masterplay missed a trade, but then the rest of the picks are all going to come down in favor of the Toronto Thunder Chickens. Paradox, just barely surviving there. Good peel from Corgi, and Wind coming back to take out Swifters. So, but nothing used in response by the 1-1 Warriors. So now we got 3 ults on both sides. It's now a very even ult fight, and the percentages on points are also coming up very even. So this could be an interesting engagement here. There's a lot to play for here with this. Oh, the beat pull is going to take out one immediately, but Sai trades. Luau putting big pressure down onto Sai. The beat is out. Swifters gets the... Oh, but Psy goes down. Swifters shooting hard in this Kitsune Rush, finds 3 picks in this fight. Paradox with the dance to stall, but they will go down late. A great Kitsune Rush. Swifters find so many picks using that Kitsune Rush there, along with the Death Blossom, and now it's going to be Mistletoe's Orbital Ray versus the Sierra ult from Mardox for what could be final fight on this map, on this sub point.
Yeah, I really thought the fight was over when Psy went down, but a big rush was able to save it for them. But Mistletoe starts with the Orbital Ray here, and they match with the Sierra ult.
I like this a lot from the Warriors. They were able to stabilize on the side lane and just not fight in that Orbital Ray at all, but Swifters will go down. Mardox gets a trade onto Mistletoe. Master playing Corgi with a very pivotal fight on this side lane. Corgi will ultimately win it, but Wind goes down in the meantime. Psy now, no support, still alive on point though. Well, how long can Psy stall here? Swifters is almost back on the Symmetra, but will go down, but that's gonna... Oh, 2 ults used now for the Thunder Chickens to get these stagger picks. And I would think Charbatron is gonna have this touch here very reliably with no ults available for the Thunder Chickens. Charbatron gets it. And she lives too. So now it's Master Play, Charbatron, and Mardox trying to maintain these touches for as long as possible. Psy is almost back on the D.Va. Swifters is back on this Symmetra. The beat so close from Charbatron. Almost there. Mardox using the ultimate, but not before Swifters goes down. Mistletoe forced off point in a dangerous position, goes down. Wind uses the rush. No rush available for Wind as the beat goes down. Wind goes down immediately after. Paradox, no dance. Luau, no wraith. Everyone falling, and a first point goes in favor of the Wanwan Warriors. A great job from their backline to stall for long enough for Psy and Swifters to get back, and the beat from Charbatron ultimately getting them over the line.
Yeah, an insane touch from Charbatron, is able to get out with her life and is able to use the beat to seal it there. Just a great fight from her. And despite Luau getting the first pick there, like the beat and the touch was just too much for the Thunder Chickens, and they were able to win just off of that. So great plays from, you know, the Wanwan Warriors nominated Charbatron for their MVP for a reason.
Yeah, really nice plays from the Lucio player of the Wanwan Warriors. That was heroic, and gives them a great opportunity into this map. So, no, Swifters is going to keep this Symmetra? No, okay, that's a Reaper, just using it to TP out. I got baited. He was actually playing it on the previous point.
True.
So, so it looks like we're gonna have a Reaper 1v1 on this side lane early. Luau versus Swifters, and Wind finds Master Play while this is happening. So early pick goes in favor of the Thunder Chickens, and Psy almost certainly gonna go down here as well. Forced to form, and they're actually gonna turn for Mardox instead. So Mardox dies very late, gonna have a long respawn timer here. Mardox has done 10k damage in 7 minutes so far. That's a little gross.
Yeah, this hero character just vomits out damage, especially when you're playing into a Malga. And I think it's good against Malga, but I think now that Wind is on Ram, I really would like to see him go Cassidy, because Cassidy has a lot more pick potential, which is really what you need against these flex DPS. Just able to flashbang them and just like 2-tap them is really what you need to do into this type of flex DPS comp.
Ooh, Lua gonna fight an early pick onto Psy there. Psy trying to step up, but the Reaper damage just too much. So this is gonna have to be another reset for the Wanwan Warriors.
I mean, the chickens don't even have a hit scan, so I'm not sure how Psy's able to get picked so fast there. I guess just bursted by the Reaper.
Yeah, just got bursted by Wind and Luau. They were just shooting Psy super hard, and Psy's gonna move over onto the Orisa now. That should be a little bit harder for that Reaper to burst. As Swifters finds an early pick on a Mistletoe. Swifters is on point here, putting on a crazy amount of pressure. Paradox also gonna fall here. Now Luau underneath will get a trade. That's actually gonna be Paradox's burn damage that will ultimately find that pick. Corgi falling incredibly low, 1 HP, uses the bell. Charbatron trying to trace, can't find it. And oh, the Thunder Chickens now have a really powerful stall position here, as Psy was out of the fight for a very long time there. And will find the trade onto Corgi. Luau falling incredibly low. Charbatron and Mardox both going down to the Death Blossom on this lane. So Yeah, the Thunder Chicken's able to stall on point after getting picked, and now it's looking like potentially last fight now. If the Thunder Chickens can deny this touch from Swifter's under a lot of pressure. Someone else is going to have to be the touch. Master Play
Yeah, they're going to have the rush to touch.
Ooh, Marduk's moved over to the Tracer here and found an immediate pick on a Mistletoe. Corgi also going to go down, so no supports. Win going to commit here, looking for this, looking for trades. But ultimately, it doesn't look like any trades are going to be found. As Win goes down, Lua will dilate, should catch that spawn wave comfortably. But that is a questionable commitment from Wind. Your super high GM tank player committing the ult down both supports. Oh, to swap. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's swapping. Yeah, for sure. That makes a lot of sense.
All right, that makes sense.
Just trying to mark these flex DPS a bit more, and it's a very good matchup into the Orisa, so I really like the swap there. But they're going to have the Orbital Ray and the Phoenix here. And so it's going to be up to Charbotron to hit a big beat here.
Mardox and, ooh, Swifter's low, but Swifter's able to find the pick onto Corgi. Mardox and Swifter's both fell very low, but both were able to stay alive. Luau is going to get stuck with the pulse bomb, but has that, oh, a nice beat from Charbotron to stay alive through the Paradox Phoenix. The dance is out, and Paradox is down. Luau's going to find a trade on the Swifters, but Mistletoe is still not back. Luau's going to have the Wraith form first, and now it should be a good opportunity to stabilize for the 1-1 Warriors, but with Paradox moving over onto the hit scan here now, so Paradox is now going to have that same opportunity Mardox had on the previous map. Uncontested hit scan, how much can they put down? Both teams coming up on the Kitsune Rush here.
Yeah, it's going to be both teams having Kitsune Rush, but Luau is going to be what we want to see here with the Death Blossom. It's going to be up to him to hit a big one here, and it looks like he's looking for it with the Wraith. He's looking to go in with the movement speed perk, and he gets two. He gets both supports, and that's just going to be it. I don't think the 1-1 Warriors can recover after that.
Yeah, that was a great Death Blossom from Luau. Was also had that Kitsune Rush for that movement speed bonus as well. Those stack, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I believe.
Oh! Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong Reaper. Yeah, Luau does have the one that gives movement speed. Swifters doesn't. But Sai's going to be able to get back to the point here. So Sai is staying alive on the point, stalling as this Orisa as long as possible. Gets the Orisa ult off, gets the pick on a Mistletoe. Luau also very low, so suddenly this is looking very winnable for the 1-1 Warriors. Swifters, Murdox is going to find a pick on a Paradox as well. Swifters gets one onto Corgi. The Wind bomb is out. Wind is so low. Wind 1 HP falls to Swifters. Luau, no Wraith, is going to go down as well. There should be plenty of time for another touch here, though. So the map is not over, but a heroic performance there from the 1-1 Warriors. I was looking at perks because I thought it was over.
I was looking at it too. But a huge terror surge from Sai is able to get it done. And
oh,
now they're
good picks from the Warriors
here.
forward. Mistletoe's going to get the touch, Still Force OT, but they're also going to go down. Win gets the mech stuck and is going to be demeched immediately. Tracer swap out of Luau, but, I mean, you're not killing anyone through that beat. Corgi with the touch. How much longer can we stall? I'm not underestimating the stalls the second time. Okay, no. So a great map win for the 1-1 Warriors. Mardox spent so much of that map as just uncontested vomiting damage, which I think was massive. But, I mean, Sai getting back onto that point, building all the way to the Orisa ult was just so heroic. Charbotron with that beat on the first point. Both of those points, I feel like, were defined by clutch moments from these, you know, relatively low SR players on the 1-1 Warriors.
Yeah, really good plays from Charbotron and Sai, especially on that last point. And I think the swap from Mardox was the huge difference there, though. I think the Sierra into that comp, into the Ramatra double flex DPS, just wasn't very good because you don't really have much pressure onto the double flex DPS, and then Wind is not just going to sit there and take 1 billion damage to the Sierra. So a big swap onto Tracer and huge like stall and big picks when like trying to get back to the point was able to win them that map. So big plays from all three of them.
Yeah, for sure. So we will now see what the Thunder Chicken response is Momentum in the hands of the 1-1 Warriors, but they're still behind in this series. We will be right back with map number 4 after a short break. Hello everyone and welcome back to Aurora Overwatch Clash Season 10 playoffs matchup between the Warriors and the Toronto Thunder Chickens. And we have a 2-1 lead going into map 4 for the Thunder Chickens, as they have banned Hazard here on Esperanza, and the Warriors will respond with a Kiriko ban. So what are we thinking about these bans right now, Nathan?
I mean, I think Hazard is Zafton's best dive tank, so targeting him and getting that out of the way, especially on Esperanza, which is mainly a dive map, but you can run ground tanks on this map, as we'll see Win do that. So it looks like Zafton's going to play the Winston, and the Kiri ban is very smart because Master Play is not able to play Kiri this map, so he's going to be on the Wuyong, and so they're going to run Wuyong Juno.
Yeah, so
very good ban from both teams, honestly.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, but to be clear, Master Play, to remind you all, is a ringer for this team, and Charbitron's actually going to swap off the Juno. Gonna go Moira. Charbitron Moira here, so Juno Brig from the other side versus Moira Wuyang. But yeah, the ringer stipulation for Master Play was that he is only allowed to play 2 maps of Kiriko, and he has run out of his allowance, so no more Kiriko available for Master Play for the rest of the series, as double flex DPS is once again going to be the way for the 1-1 Warriors, as Mardox is going to be on this Tracer.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of either of these comps really, but Zafton just goes down, jumps into the Reaper cast.
This is the most
tough Winston map or Winston game for against Reaper and Cass and Zarya.
Zafton has already swapped. Zafton has already swapped. I don't blame him at all. How do you play Winston in this? Like,
yeah, you were just instantly going to die if you're not like being very methodical with your staging.
And Swifters is also going to move over onto this Sojourn, which I like a lot. Give the team a poke angle, especially on this Orisa now that they're playing. This makes a lot of sense to me. Mardox putting down crazy pressure on a Mistletoe. Mistletoe goes down early from that shot from Swifters. Corgi concentrate on a Master Play though, so only Moira heals for us this team fight as Zafton tries to step up, goes down on the cart. Nice shots from Corgi there, as ultimately the Toronto Thunder Chickens are going to already get this checkpoint just a minute and a half into this map. Mardox is going to move to Emre now.
Yeah, the DPS line from the Thunder Chickens are going crazy. Corgi already having this high noon at 90%, going to be the first ultimate in the game. And yeah, they're just going to look to burn frontline, it looks like. They have double hit scan now with Orisa.
It's working. I mean, look at that. Swifters and Mistletoe both going down early. That's going to be a fight win for the 1-1 Warriors. So they're going to get cart back in their control, but everyone for the Toronto Thunder Chickens did get close spawn.
Yeah, this is really strange. Like, they just went from double flex DPS to now double hit scan. I think you really want like a flex DPS on this.
Oh,
but I guess it's working as they're just standing there shooting their guns and killing people. So
see, the thing with double hit scan theory is that you just kill people. You shoot your guns and then they die. But Luau's gonna get a kick here, and there's no one on the plot right now, Nathan. We forgot about something.
Yeah, that's rough. And a lot of that time was just for nothing then.
Yeah, they found a good pick, but just not able to do much with it. Zafton falling very low, forced to use the gold and the spear spin. It's going to be hard for Zafton to stay stable against this Orisa. Good pull from Zafton though. Luau forced to Wraith, but Zafton going to go down through that Orisa ult. Master Play is going to die late here. I don't think it catches the spawn wave. No, it does not. So late death from Master Play. You've got to hope that Swifters gets out here. Swifters is fine.
Yeah, just a really clean fight from the Thunder Chickens. They just go in with their Brig ult. Despite having 4, they only use 1, and they're able to just get the kills off of that. So a really big play from them. And now they're going to have 3 for this fight, 3 on 3. As Luau goes in early with the Death Blossom, gets Swifters right away.
Ooh, Mardox under a lot of pressure here. Goes down to Corgi on that Emra pick. So Corgi moved over to the Emra. Mardox tries to fly up, not recognizing where that hit scan is, goes down quickly. Zafton gonna run for the coast to die, and now this is building up to a very, very big lead for the Thunder Chickens, as they also have a grab and an orbital ray and an override protocol. Porky moved over to the Emra and has already built the override protocol as well after getting that noon off so quickly.
Yeah, Corgi's been looking really good on this Emra, and now they're just going to have the free combo. I mean, they're going to have the Coalescence to maybe try to stabilize it, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think they're just going to get exploded.
Yeah.
Grabs here. Wynn's looking for
Oh, the
it.
Coalescence died in cast animation. Masterplay will find a trade onto Luau, but Wind is going to kill Zaftin. There is an orbital ray on cart that Wind is just using to run at people. Marduk's trying to stay alive back here, getting a lot of damage off. Swifter's just going to find Mistletoe with that, but Wind will ultimately find Marduk's. The spawn should favor the 1-1 Warriors very heavily, though, and with no big heal, no Mistletoe on that Juno, Swifter's going to take the pick onto Corgi. That was the override protocol commitment. And Big Brain goes down in that Sojourn East. Wind's just going to try to get out to save that grab for next team fight.
Yeah, I really don't like that override protocol. I think they're just down too many spawns, and they're playing in the 1-1 Warrior spawn, so they get spawns really early, so they probably should look to save the ult, but I mean, they still have two really big ults, though, so you can't really complain if you're
like,
the Thunder Chickens.
It's still
here.
going to be hard to win through this grab. Now, Porky is really out of this fight right now, so if the 1-1 Warriors can recognize this, it could be hard for the Thunder Chickens to win this. Win going to get off a big grab, finds a ton of people, but oh, Rally Bash from Big Brain goes down. It's just Luau and Corgi, the DPS versus Marduk's and Zaftin, and Corgi on this flank getting a lot of damage off, but ultimately not the pick. So I think that was a little over ambitious from Corgi, who's been having generally a spectacular map to go on such a wide flank. The 1-1 Warriors were able to just play with a little bit of tempo, take a fight before Corgi really could get involved, and both the grab and the rally committed for a teamfight loss. Ooh, big pick.
Despite Big Brain getting 3 in the grab, at the end of the day, they're just kind of down Corgi for all. So it's an unfortunate miscommunication from them, but they just get 2 picks before they can even walk through the choke, so it's going to be a free fight win for the 1-1 Warriors, and they have this high ground locked down. They're going to have the bubble and the override protocol for this fight.
Yeah.
So it's going to be up to Luau to get value out of this Blossom, maybe a TP high ground.
Ooh, Wind forces Swifters out of this high ground position, though, so that's really nice. Mistletoe falling very low, but able to live very comfortably. Going early is Marduk's. Marduk's giving the bubble for the speed boost and finds Mistletoe with it. That was a really smart use of the bubble. I hadn't really considered that, so just completely foregoing the idea of the knockdown to get just the speed boost and use that to allow the override protocol to fly through open space in a way that's usually too dangerous because of how bad your fly speed is.
I don't necessarily agree with them doing that, though, because now they have no ults and they really need to snowball this, but I think they really could have just won with just the override protocol.
Ooh, and Swifters goes down really Big Brain. Big Brain got a Zarya bubble there.
Yeah, they're going to spawn before, so they're really going to have to give space here.
Yeah. And now...
Swifters is going to take a long time to get back.
Yeah, Swifters is out of the fight for a long time now. Zaftin is also falling very low, goes down to Corgi. Luau's going to commit this Death Blossom here, which with Zaftin already out of the fight may not have been strictly necessary, but the bot is back in control of the Thunder Chickens regardless, and they are now, the close spawns have been turned off. Zaftin did not get it. We're going to have to wait a long time before the 1-1 Warriors can get another good fight here.
Yeah, maybe an overcommitment from Luau, but it really doesn't matter because they have Grav and Override Protocol and both support ults coming up, and they have the high ground positioning, so yeah, I don't know how you're going to take this space with double hit scan Orisa. This is just a really tough comp to take high ground with.
Yeah, the Thunder Chickens got up to that close spawn and then just left. They did not keep walking that, as Corgi going to go early with this Override Protocol, but it doesn't look like Corgi's going to be able to find any picks with that one. No, will not. Get a good bit of bot progress found by Zaftin in the meantime, but still, like, you've got to find a way. How are you clearing out this high ground?
It's going to be with the
Swifter's very low. Luau finds the pick.
Big pick from Luau as the Orbital Ray comes out and the grab, and the rally, but this is already a lost fight.
It's both
It's
supports and
insane
Zaftin
fumble.
versus Luau and Big Brain. This is theoretically turnable, especially with Zaftin getting bullied into the corner by Luau. Luau's going to be able to find a huge kill onto Zaftin there. Zaftin stepping up well past the LOS of the supports, but Swifters is back now. Luau's going to be forced back, and the close spawns are in. Everyone from the Toronto Thunder Chickens is back. Masterplay's looking for this mid-reset, turn off that close spawn. Not going to be able to find it, though. And now we're just going to have to wait for Zaftin to come back for the 1-1 Warriors. And at this point, the 1-1 Warriors, I think they need to win every team fight for the rest of this map if they're going to win this one.
And they do have the ultimate advantage, though. The Thunder Chickens kind of fumbled their ults there, but Zaftin's already going low. The Fortify is forced, and he's half HP. They're going to need to go with an ult soon, as they do. Swifters, with the overclock, gets 1, and the bubble gets 2, and is looking for a third on the Corgi, on the Winds, gets 3, but Zaftin is traded! Any trades at this point is really bad for the,
the one
Warriors, especially their tank.
Yeah, the one really saving grace as Zaftin's gonna move over to the Wrecking Ball to try to get back to this fight in time. Mardox did have the bot that whole time and is going to go immediately with this ult. Doesn't find Mistletoe. Mistletoe does a great job of living there. The Override Protocol not going to be able to find any, but Zaftin is back on this Wrecking Ball, but look out, Luau has the Death Blossom, finds 1, finds 2, Mardox traded, but Zaftin down. It's just Mardox and Masterplay. They can't get back to the bot fast enough, and the Toronto Thunder Chickens will find a first round victory here. They're showing why none of the high seeds wanted to pick them.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No one wanted to play this
by
team.
the way. Nobody wanted to play them. They just have so much aura, and then they just take down the Warriors, who, like, towards the start of the season, they were looking at like one of the top teams, and it's just so sad that they went down in the first round of the playoffs. But the Thunder Chickens have been looking really good recently, so with this new comp, I think they ran different comps towards the beginning, but they were able to find their comp and able to take a really good, pretty convincing win off of a really good team. So the top teams are definitely gonna have to worry about this team.
Yeah, I think this team is a real threat to make a run in this bracket, Nathan. But now we have to discuss who we think the Toronto Thunder Chickens MVP is for the day.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I got a big front runner personally. I was very impressed by Corgi today. I think Corgi did a great job.
Yeah, the synergy between Corgi and Winds, just the flex support tank duo, just one of the best duos just by concept, really like carried them through a lot of these maps. So, and also he was able to build rush so fast, like every single fight, or every other fight rather. So
yeah, and I think Corgi also showed some really
yeah.
good looks on hit scan as well. Showed good role flexibility for the team, which is really valuable for team building in a draft league like this, being able to play 2 different roles very comfortably. So I think that was also something that was really good from Corgi today.
Yeah, for sure. I think, well, Wind is kind of expected to play well, especially on that first map. Circuit Royale, I really did not expect the One Warriors to go down that map. And I think most of that was because Wind just like walked it down with Annihilation and just probably got like 12 Annihilation final blows the entire map.
No, Wind was gross on map 1. Like, that was actually diabolical.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Very
but yeah,
impressive.
I'm definitely, and I think I think Corgi definitely just having the role flexibility above all, just looking good on the Emre and the Kiriko. I think that gives him the edge over Wind.
Yeah, I agree. So we will have Corgi as our MVP today. Neither Nathan nor I have drag permission, so we will not be able to get an interview going with Corgi. But that is going to be the end of our broadcast here today. For now, but don't go anywhere, because in about 30 minutes, the broadcast will be going live once more with a match between the Wyoming Wonks and the Rome Raccoon Dogs. So look out for that coming up real shortly. So I've been Greg with Nathan and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your nights.